President-elect Donald Trump's economic team is taking shape. Former Goldman Sachs banker Steven Mnuchin was tapped to be the next Treasury Secretary. Investor Wilbur Ross, the next Commerce Secretary. Together, the two will work to boost the economy and tackle some of the most contentious economic issues. The agenda is long, and it includes overhauling the tax code, renegotiating trade policies, bringing jobs back to the U.S., and increasing overall economic growth. Today, investors heard their action plan, and Steve Liesman has the details.
Wall Street appears to have heard a lot of what it wanted to hear in CNBC interviews with the new leaders of the economic team President-elect Donald Trump named today. Treasury Secretary-designate Steve Mnuchin and Commerce Secretary-designate Wilbur Ross both appear to walk back from some of Trump's most extreme rhetoric from the campaign. Mnuchin talked about aiming for growth of between 3% and 4%, rather than north of 4%.
Our most important priority is sustained economic growth, and I think we can absolutely get to sustained 3 to 4% GDP, and that is absolutely critical for the country. And to get there, our number one priority is tax reform. This will be the largest tax change since Reagan. We've talked about this during the campaign. Wilbur and I have worked very closely together on the campaign. We're going to cut corporate taxes.
Mnuchin added that the new administration would aim to eliminate parts of the regulatory reform bill Dodd-Frank that reduce lending rather than a wholesale scrapping of the bill. And Ross said that tariffs were a last resort and said Trump's trade policy would aim to remove tariff and non-tariff barriers to U.S. exports. The two even praised Fed Chair Janet Yellen.
I think that she dealt with a very difficult situation and did a reasonably good job. I do.
But she may serve out a term. Would she be renominated?
Well, that's really a question for her and for the president. It's not a question for us.
But I will say we do have 2 governor spots to fill, and that will be high on the priority list.
The details are yet to come, and the key will be the actual policies proposed and those that can pass into law through Congress. But for the moment, President-elect Donald Trump's designees on the economy sound closer to the center than candidate Trump did. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Steve Liesman.